I just want to say, when you talk about gangsters, and you talk about really being on some gangster shit, the police department, just like Pac said, is the biggest fucking gangsters in this country. Anytime that you can assault somebody and then charge them for fucking assault, and the shit is clearly on camera that you assaulted them and no one ever assaulted you, and then apprehend you in the middle of the night, that's some gangster shit right there. For somebody who can just do whatever the fuck they want to do. These police officers do whatever the fuck they want to do. And they're never held accountable.
You got 7 cop cars, 8, 9, 10 of them out here in the SWAT team for some people walking down the street. But it's a whole bunch of thugs that was out there yesterday on Murder Map. Out there in Southfield and Joy. And I couldn't hardly get my gas because it was so many of them over there. And they right across the street from the firehouse. Now that alone right there gets on my nerves. I don't care about nothing else. But we can't get this many cops for some shooting.
It's 911 issues all the time.
I'm upset with that.
I didn't call the cops over here and it took them 45 minutes to 2 hours.
That don't make no sense why we can't get help like this when we need it.
August 6th, an altercation between New Era Detroit and Detroit Police Department during our hood to hood, where we were assaulted, and I was assaulted by multiple Detroit Police Department officers that day. They came and served a warrant at my house to apprehend me, saying that I had a warrant for assault on an officer. I came out, opened the door. My mom was startled. At this point in time, we asked them what's going on. They said they had a warrant for my arrest. I asked them, where's the warrant? What is the warrant for? Again, they said nothing at that point in time. I had to continue to ask them what I was being arrested for and what was the warrant for. Now that's when they came out and said that it was a warrant for the assault of an officer. Now, from the day of August 6th, where they sent out assaulted an officer, the officers actually assaulted me. In the process of assaulting me, they reached into my front waistband to apprehend a concealed weapon that they couldn't see. And when they reached in front of to grab my concealed weapon, that's when the gun fell on the ground in front of a crowd of women, children, elders. It was about at least 50 people outside that was surrounding me while I was being assaulted that day by Detroit Police Department. My gun is always loaded because I am a CPL holder, so I always keep a bullet in the chamber at all times because I am legally allowed to do that. So when the officer grabbed for my gun, I'm trying to stop them from grabbing my gun because there was no reason for them to apprehend my weapon or apprehend me. They didn't have no probable cause to do those things. As they still forcibly tried to free my gun and my hands and my arms to detain me without probable cause, the gun fell on the ground in front of, again, a crowd full of people, especially the babies, all right there, and women. September 29th at about 12:43, 1 o'clock, I would say about 1 o'clock, that's when they knocked on the door, put me in handcuffs, stating that I had a warrant for assault. I would say about 8 police officers, very aggressive, not wanting to actually let me know why I was being arrested. They wouldn't even speak to me about what was going on with my own case. They say the warrant was issued September 27th. They came September 29th for something that happened August 6th, which at that point in time, they issued me 2 tickets for not concealing my CPL at a timely fashion, and something about walking in the street when sidewalks are present, which I went to court for both of those 2 tickets. Probably about almost a month, not even a month prior, 3 weeks after that incident, they sent the tickets in the mail, and I went to court for those 2 tickets, which they charged me with a misdemeanor for both of those tickets, and I had to pay fines for both of those tickets. So I don't know where assault came from, because I was assaulted. In no way, shape, or form I assaulted any officers at all. They never asked me. They just came up right behind me and tried to apprehend my weapon and apprehend me. So how could I show my CPL to you, and you didn't even ask? Was I holding a CPL until after you detained me and then asked me, do I have a CPL license? Which I showed you my CPL and you let me go. I was released that day with no tickets, but they took my CPL and my gun. So how did I assault anybody? If I assaulted an officer, I would have went to jail the same day as the altercation.
Every time that something happened, it's always somebody want to point the finger at us. Hell, we not out here doing no gangster shit like that. It ain't nothing that N.E.D that's ever done that can amount to somebody literally assaulting you and turn around saying that you're the assaulter. When we talk about gangster and we talk about thugs for real, that's some gangster thug ass shit right there. Them the thugs, them the gangsters, them the real gangsters. You know, we living in a police state and this is what's to come. So people better get used to this shit. They're preparing to be on some complete fuck you shit. We said so, and you ain't gonna be able to do shit about it. So this is what we up against.